For this, the fourth day of the second test between New Zealand and the West Indies. May well be the last day if New Zealand play well, but they've got some seriously hard work to do. Just a nice breeze coming in over the players as well, just to ease the temperature down a wee bit. Really lovely conditions though, and Phil Stoyanov is out on the roller, the light roller this time around for the West Indies. That's what they have requested prior to play starting today. Okay, good morning everyone. It's really interestingly poised, this test match. There's nothing really between these two sides, and in terms of the scoreboard last night, that was the case as well, because the West Indies trailed by 64 runs on the first innings as they had their second crack, and they lost two wickets, Chattagoon and Sarwan. So they had two hiccups there, but playing very positively, Gayle in particular, he always does. Marshall's out there yet to score. After 18 overs, they are 2 for 62. New Zealand got the spin into the attack very early on yesterday, and they brought Patel and Vittori, and they picked up a wicket apiece, and I think that sort of set the tone for what we might see today. The overall situation in the match then, just reflecting that both sides perhaps underperformed with the bat in the first innings. 307 the West Indies, 371 for New Zealand. I think they both sold themselves a wee bit short after the situations they found themselves in. And the West Indies, well, I've got a problem or two. If they don't bat well this morning, they will be in deep trouble. 62 for 2, the difference.
Oh, ball. Great work, Jimmy.
First run of the day. Marshall instigating it, the ball going behind Gayle, and Marshall seeing the opportunity as it passed the fielder. And he's gone over the top. Came forward and struck it, certainly. And it goes now, how far has it gone? For 4, hasn't gone quite all the way.
Well, it's a very good statement of intent here. Just dragged it a little bit, didn't get it quite as well he would like, but it was plenty good enough.
Here's Vittori now, captain to captain. And Gayle bangs it away down the ground for 4. A fine straight drive by Gayle.
Well, this is going to be a great little battle to watch unfold here. Daniel Vittori will toss it up. He'll invite this sort of drive. It was just a wee bit full. Because of that, Gayle was prepared to climb into it, and he climbed into it all right. He fair thumped that.
That's a big appeal. Not out. Are they going to refer? Thinking about it. Thinking. No. Now, would you have asked for referral here, Mark?
Yeah, I would have. Simply because I don't believe that New Zealand is any unsuccessful down, are they, right now?
Oh, lovely bowling day.
Nice shot. Very good shot. Finds what was not much of a gap between short extra cover and mid-off, and races away for 4.
Well, he might have heard Brendan McCullum saying it was lovely bowling. If it was lovely bowling, it was extra special batting, and it was, because the placement was there from Gayle. Just opened the bat up at the last minute. Because of that, he got it to mid-off's right and into the gap.
Oh, well done.
There goes Gayle to raise his 50 with a big hit. So it is a big one. All the way for Chris Gayle, the captain. It's going to be a very significant innings from him today. West Indies looking to build a lead. 85 for 2, Gayle 50.
All the way into the Chapman stand here. It's a big hit. It's probably the longest boundary, and it's cleared it very, very easily. Boy, he's strong, he's big, powerful.
Now are they going to have this one referred? Thinking about it.
Huh? So it's pad first. Yeah.
Well, hit the pad first. Did it hit the pad first? Did it hit the bat? Yes. Asking for referral. So here we go now. Had one dismissal yesterday with a referral very, very similar to this. Ramnaresh Shawan was the batsman then. What happens now?
I'm excited about this one from New Zealand perspective. Because if he hasn't hit it first, I'm saying this is out. Oh, it's 2-5 each way. Pad and bat at the same time, is it?
Yeah, I think there was, well, maybe a bat onto it. I think there's a little bit of confusion there. Yes, I wonder if the umpire will look at it and say, did it hit bat? Did it hit bad? Can he make the decision?
Well, the ball's hitting the stumps. Even without using predicted, and of course the umpires cannot use predicted path of Hawkeye. This ball is hitting, but does it hit the bat before the pad? Oh, it's the same time. Doubt. Doubt will prevail.
Well, it couldn't hit at the same time, could it? It's got to hit one first and then the other one. And the umpire will have to decide. Mark Benson's up there, and he'll take some time to watch this, but I think there's a doubt there. Bat perhaps first. The bat is out in front of the pad. Well, we'll wait and see.
I reckon it hits at the same time, look. I think that's pad first now. I'm changing my mind. Am I allowed to do that?
You're not the umpire. Mark Benson has to make the decision, and that's going to be very close. Now, how long is he going to take for this? That's the problem now with the referral system. We saw one decision coming from Mark Benson, and one referral lost. 2 more to go.
Not out.
The ball would have clipped leg stump. Umpire Rudy Kurtzen said not out. And there he goes. He's over the top now. And I don't think that was frustration. That's a good shot. Now is this going to be referred? They've lost one already. Umpire Saheba says not out. They're considering it. And yes, another referral. So referral this time from Patel against Gayle, lunging forward. Second referral we've had in the space of about 40 minutes.
Well, I'm unsure whether the third umpire here, Mark Benson, will not have a degree of doubt in his mind over this one, because it's a pretty large stride, this. And he's also hit it.
So that shouldn't be out. Ball hitting the bat. And a long stride as well. So that's the second. And the umpire will signal here. He's got the verdict. He's done it already, in fact. There it is. So they've lost 2 now. There goes Gayle. That's a huge hit. That's out of here. Bye-bye.
That's over us. It's cleared us in the commentary box by yards. Meters even.
That's a glorious stroke. That's up towards us. And it's the right-hander Marshall that has nailed one. He's a 6-hitter as well. Holy cow. Oh, was that an outside edge? Was that put down by McCullum? It's 106 for 2.
Well, it's not over. But I'll tell you this. It, I think, came off the pad of McCullum. I don't know if he got a glove on it. It was outside edge, though. I thought it was outside edge, and it just didn't carry. I thought he nicked it, I've got to say, right there. And it just come off the knee, maybe, of McCullum, or maybe the tips of the glove.
Yes, got him this time. Beautiful bowling, absolutely outstanding from Patel. And Ross Taylor pulled in the deflection. I think it might have come off Brendan McCullum, and he's picked up the catch, and the breakthrough is there.
Yeah, you're right. It did. It came off McCullum. Quite a bit of McCullum too. This bounced a wee bit more, but it was all about drift, and McCullum's really just palmed it too, Taylor. And this time he palmed it up rather than down. So the West Indies lose a vital wicket, and New Zealand's ploy has worked. It's 106 for 3.
Shivnarine Chanderpaul averaging 50, 50 50s, 20 hundreds. It is a faultless career record right there. And Patel is starting to bowl beautifully. Twice now he's been able to get the edge with beautiful drifting deliveries. Second time it was Ross Taylor who was able to pick up the catch. Oh, he's got it in first ball! Unbelievable, full toss. That could be the moment. Right there, Chanderpaul is gone and Patel is on a hat-trick.
Well, there I think might be the match. There might be the match. And 2 minutes of cricket. First Marshall, and now Chanderpaul. This is the most unlikely dismissal. Oh boy, what a bonus. If that's intentional, it's the best bit of cricket thinking the world's ever seen. If it's not, it's the biggest bit of luck. Chanderpaul, the champion, has gone for a duck. It's 106 for 4.
Now then, Brendan Nash in on a hat-trick. Just his second test match. He got a good 74 in the first innings, but it's Jeetan Patel who has grabbed this match by the throat.
Oh, good chance.
He's on target. Nicely bowled. Made the batsman play. Lovely stroke. Beautifully played. No worries about that getting to the boundary.
Magnificent straight drive. He's had one of those earlier, just slightly overpitched, and he chips into it and hits it right back past the bowler.
Oh,
there he
bold
goes,
day.
and he just manages to tuck it away from the long on fielder. He's gone for another 6 for Gayle, but he didn't quite hit this one with the certainty that he did the earlier ones. That's his strength. Nash puts it away, loves the cut shot, as we saw in his first innings, 74.
So half an hour, just under half an hour, just to lunch.
Yes.
And Nash just starting to find his timing now. In fact, he's got 4. Boy, I thought there was just a little 2 coming up. That'll be 4. And it was just sitting up to be hit. And again, O'Brien has not got his length right at all in this innings.
All like that through extra cover, which is a magnificent shot to get him into the 90s. I mean, just that was superb.
You run out of superlatives when you see Chris Gayle in this sort of mood, in this form. The back leg just goes away to the leg side, which opens up his hips. You see that, and it allows him to hit through that area, which the back foot goes away to the leg side and allows him to hit the ball very nicely through there.
Well, this time it's Nash onto the front foot and cover drives beautifully through the gap. So 9 runs off the first over, a statement from the West Indies. 155 for 4.
Again looped, 83 Ks, which is quite slow for Jeetan Patel. Full enough for Nash to latch on.
Oh, he's got it put through now. He's waited a long time. He's been on 91 for a long time in the 90s, and he couldn't beat Jeetan Patel at mid-off previously, but he's hit that straight down the ground and got a boundary for it. Good shot.
It's been 8 overs. He's been on 91. He's been very patient. I really liked his approach. I was critical of him yesterday in the field. I thought he was very standoffish, but today he's looked after his partners.
just short. His mouth would have had his heart in it. Chris Gayle on his heels. He might have expected it to have come quicker to him. Dive forward late. Gayle coming down the wicket. Looked as if he wanted to launch this one.
Yes, and he stopped, and you felt Flynn stopped as well. You almost felt that he went back on his heels. Just feel sometimes with that sweeper out, it allows the bowler just to get too complacent. Oh dear, oh, he's going to be run out. No, misfield. He'll get his 100. There it is. It's a wonderful moment for him, but just for a split second there would have been a horrible scare as he was sent back, but he's now through. There it is, 8 Test hundreds for the West Indies.
His first since 2005, 315, and he took some time before he could recompose himself. Misfield at backward point, hesitation over the single, confusion, and in the end, elation.
Oh, that's well hit. He's played a couple of these strokes today, and that's as good as any.
James Franklin just drifting into the legs. Brendan Nash, and he's picked it off with ease.
Still think there is a lot left in this partnership.
Oh, there's 4 more left there, that's for sure. Yeah, not there. Just one. Well fielded, Vittori. 200 up for the West Indies.
Side.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good shot. It is a good shot, and that brings up 50 for Brendan Nash. Well played. Back-to-back 50s.
Yeah, it's good innings. Nash, he came in under pressure, as he did in the first innings as well, and has answered the call.
Yeah,
Doozy, he says, but I think they'll have to be satisfied with one. Yes, they are. And of course, your Lamb as well. So that's a 100 partnership, second 100 partnership for the match for Nash. Chandapol was his partner in the first innings, and now he's in with his captain, Centurion at either end. Doozy at maybe Forsey. And it is Forsey. So a boundary to Gayle.
And again, this time it's gone through mid-wicket. He chases to his left. The same fielder, Mark Galkin, can't get that either. It's gone for 4. Beautiful placement off the hip from Nash. First boundary with the new ball, and a 221 for 4. Well, what's that hit? That's off the glove, it is, yes. Huge breakthrough, and he's bounced him out. He's intimidated him out, and that's James Franklin. Amazing.
Well done, James Franklin. Yep, he used his bounce, and he upped his pace in that over. And in the end, he learned from the wide ball that went for 4. He just kept going at Nash. That, to me, looked as though it hit him on the forearm. But he hasn't challenged. He's been given, and he's walked off. We'll need to further investigate that, but Nash has gone for 65. The breakthrough there for New Zealand, 230 for 5.
230 for 5, and enter Dinesh Ramdin, who's had a pretty miserable time with the bat lately.
Pulled away, and that'll be 4. Too short for Tory. And Gayle perhaps sensing that he's got to now do the scoring himself now that Nash is gone. Gayle on strike. Oh, nice stroke off the back foot. There's a bit of Clive Lloyd in that. Play it again, Sam.
That is an exceptionally brilliant cricket shot for the purist. I mean, you just don't get a better shot for mine. Off the back foot, stand tall and hit it straight back past the bowler on the rise.
Gone straight to point. So Ramdin with a very loose shot. Ball angled across him, and once more going cheaply. He just hasn't looked the part. And Dinesh Ramdin goes 6 down for 252 now.
Well, it's not the responsible by this captain's innings. It's just a wayward shot. Not really a terrific delivery, but he's just hit it aerial, straight to point. And Daniel Flynn's taken the catch. Dinesh Ramden goes for 6. It's 252 for 6.
So Jerome Taylor comes in now to join Gayle. A lot depending now on Gayle. Taylor, of course, got the wonderful 100 in Dunedin, but difficult situation here now for him. It's in the air, but he struck it well enough, and the ball is hard enough and comes from the middle of the bat and goes down to the boundary for 4. There goes Gayle. He's hoisted it. Another 6 for the left-hander. He came after him and with great certainty deposited the ball between mid-wicket and mid-on, or long-on I should say, beyond the boundary.
Well, he's given this one everything. A couple of the earlier 6s have been pure timing and a bit of strength involved, but this got the full treatment.
Got away with it. It went through the covers and it'll go for 4. So it'll double his score here.
And he runs, not totally in control. He's just leaned back on his drives and hits them pretty hard. And because he wasn't right over the top of that, it did go in the air for some way, enough to get the odd yell of catch it from a few behind the wicket. And a bit of interest from the bowler.
That's got to be out. That's out. Yeah, it is. That's a beautiful 2-card trick from Ian O'Brien. A magnificent piece of bowling. The bouncer into the face, and then the second part of the trick was an absolute cracking slower delivery.
Well, I've never been a fast bowler, but I know any fast bowler around the world would enjoy getting a wicket of that nature. Would have been sliding down, but it looked bad. It looked bad for the batsman, and that looked even worse. Taylor's out for 8. 272 for 7.
6 runs have been added since that point. Oh, that's got to be close. Not out. No referral indicated as yet. Pretty good to me, but may have been enough angle. And Brendan McCullum would have probably told Daniel Foray, let's just call it quits. We might need that referral for tomorrow. And so the players leave the field here at stumps on day 4. The West Indies are 278 for 7. That's a lead of 214.
278 for 7. 115 overs bowled by New Zealand. Gayle not out 146. And Nash 65.